Okay, hello everyone. This is Akash here, Akash Prasad, all the way from Indian School of Ethical Hacking. So I have joined this firm very recently, and I work as an information security analyst over here. And today's the webinar which I'm going to do is about network scanning. Basically, it's one of the very important topic in the cybersecurity, and as an ethical hacker, to how the networks are working and how can we scan the networks and what are the things that we gain from scanning the networks. Those things are very important. So we're going to see what are the things that we have and how can we scan the networks and what are the things that we get from the network. All right. So I have been recently studying about it, and let me just tell you guys, network scanning is one of the very major important aspect in the cybersecurity firm in the ethical hacking this one domain. So what happens is we all know we all are connected with the network. We everyone is connected with the network, right? So suppose we are connected with, suppose we have a connection such as LAN, WAN, and all this topologies we have. But in order to as an ethical hacker, as an attacker, right? If I just want to attack someone, if I just want to gain some information, if I just want to gain some information about my target, the very first step, the very first step is to scan the network and gain some kind of information from it. Okay, so that is what network scanning is about actually. Okay, and there are actually much more of the things that I will be able to cover. I'll just try to cover it up because we have a very short time. Okay, so basically, network scanning is used for to check which are the ports, which are the services, which are the devices are active in a network. For suppose, for suppose we have a connected network and we want to scan something. So basically, network scanning is a procedure of identifying host, okay, and the services that is used by the target solutions, target application. Suppose if we are an ethical hacker, okay, if I am an ethical hacker and I want to find vulnerabilities in the systems. Okay, so what is the role of ethical hacker? Role of ethical hacker is to find the vulnerabilities in a system. So if I just want to find the vulnerabilities, we need a point in a system that we can attack. So network scanning is basically used for ethical hacking, is to find out these points in the systems, right? So every organization has a network. Even the ICOH department also has a network. Okay, so the network could be an internal network which consists of the all system connected with each other. Okay, or it can be a network that is connected to the internet. In either case, to hack the network, if you want to find the vulnerable point in the network, this can be exploited. Network scanning is used to find in such points. Okay, so see, normally we cannot scan a network. Normally we won't be able to scan a network, but by using some tools, by using something, we can scan the network. Okay, so we have a tool which is actually known as a Kali Linux. Okay, this like a completely Linux based operating system, which is basically used for all type of penetration testing and all type of the testing which we want do it in our networks. So we have a tool which is called as network mapping, also termed as nmap. So with the use of that tool, we can scan various types of networks in our range. And what are the ports, what are the services that are active in the network, that also we can find it out online. Okay, so basically, let me just show you basically what do we have. See, we have two types of scanning. One is the port scanning, and one is the vulnerability scan. Okay, let me just type it over here. Okay, two types of scanning we have. Number one is network scan, and number two is vulnerability scan. Okay, so we have two types of scan. We have one network scan and one we have vulnerability scan. So also there is one more type of scan that is known as port scanning. Okay, so basically port scanning is nothing. It's just the scanning procedures from where we can check which are the ports, where are the services are active, and which are the ports that is active in our network. Now, let's just talk about port scanning a little bit. Okay, so as the name suggests, port scanning is a process used to find out the active ports on a network. Okay, so what are the active ports that are there on the network that is used to find out? A port scanner sends client request to a range of ports on the target network and then saves the details about the ports and then sends a response back. Okay, this is how active ports are found. There are different types of port scanning. So some of the port scanning are also called as TCP scan. We have TCP scan. Then we have SYN scan. Okay. Then we have UDP scan. Then we have ACK scan. There's my technology scan basically. Then we have Windows scan. Then we have fin scan. Okay, so all this type of scan we have TCP scan, we have SYN scan, we have UDP scan, we have ACK scan, we have Windows scan, and we have fin scanning. So there are different type of port scanning method from which we can scan the ports and we can get like which are the ports that are basically active on a network. Now, coming down to the vulnerability scanning. What is vulnerability scanning? See, vulnerability scanning is a type of a network scanning for the ethical hacker. Hacking used to find out weaknesses in a network. Okay, so suppose we find out which are the ports that are active. Suppose we find out which are the services that are active, but in order to check which are the vulnerabilities that are there in the system, so that then we will able to know like which are the vulnerabilities that are occurring in the system. Suppose so there is a tool which is called as nmap for the network scanning. I'm going to show you how the nmap is going to work. But let me just make you understand ये सब काम कैसे करता है, how this network scanning actually works. Just a moment. Yeah, the first tool is your nmap. Nmap is also called as network mapping tool. Okay, so Nmap is also called as network mapping tool. It's a network mapping tool. Basically, it's a free and open source network scanner. You can scan a network with Nmap either by using the IP address of the target or using the host name. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Okay, so this is my Kali Linux layout. This is my Kali Linux data. I mean the operating system which I basically use. I have already this part shut up. I'm gonna close this first. Let me just close it. Okay, so I will open my terminal over here. Now see if I just also search with the nmap. See I will get this nmap as my pre-installed tool in my system. Now let me just zoom in a bit. Suppose I want to go to super user first. First, I will have to log in with the sudo su that will allow to start it as a super user. Okay, that will allow me to get my this one the super user access. Okay, now suppose I want to scan a network. Okay, so for that reason, I will have to I will have to make sure that I have a list of networks that are currently active in my system. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open one new tab. Okay, and I will just write this command, that is sudo su and net discover. Okay. Now let the net discover do the task. Now what does this net discover do is, net discover will automatically generate how many networks are active, how many networks are active to my connected network. Okay. So let me scan this network first. Let me see what are the results that we are getting. So see, with the help of net discover, sorry, there are the range of IP address. We have MAC address, we have count, we have length, we have MAC vendor and the host name at the same time. So from here we can see like which are the networks that is active over here, and once we get the IP address of particular network, then I will be able to scan that network at the same time. Okay, so hold on. Let us just all the packets just discuss, get scanned first. So until now we have got only two. Let me just scan. Let me just on one machine as well. Hold on. Okay, so we have this open. Let me just log in here first. Okay, so let me just terminate this. Okay, now see. Yeah. Now see, we have get we have some this one we have some IP addresses over here, like around my network. Okay, we have this IP, we have this IP. Okay, now again we have this IP. So we got this IP addresses. Now my next task will be, to give a command, that is my nmap. Okay, and scan the network. Now suppose I want to scan this one. Suppose this one, 192.168.1.1. So what will I do is I will simply copy this, okay, and I will simply paste this over here, and I will just press enter. So what is my command over here? My command is nmap space IP address, and I will just hit enter. Okay. Now just wait. Yeah. See, we have got these results. Okay. Yes, if we have got these results, we have see over here we can see it like, okay, now host is up. We have port that is 21, port number 21, TCP open FTP service is running. We have port 33, TCP open filtered telnet is running over here. We have 53, TCP open domain is running. We have port 80 open, that open HTTP that is running on this. Okay, and also we have port 443, 443 TCP open HTTPS services running on this. So this is how we can, basically do the network scan using my nmap tool. Okay, so using the nmap tool, we can just do this basic scan over here. Now, if I just share this, now if I just want to scan, suppose some other network, suppose this one, 1.41. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do the nmap, then 192.168.68 dot 1.41. 1.41. Okay. Sorry. So sorry, my bad. Dot 1. Yeah. Okay. Now we can see over here. We can see over here this. By giving this command, we can see like all of this. Services and ports are active over here, and the state is open. All the states are in the open format. Open. As we can see it, everything is open over here. Okay. So in this way, we can scan several networks and we can check what are the ports and services that is running on the system. Now, just a moment. Now there are specific types of scan that are available. Okay, in the Nmap only there are specific type of scan that are available. Suppose the very first scan is called as a ping scan. What is a ping scan? Ping scan basically returns the information on every active IP on your network. You can execute a ping scan using this command. So basically, in order to do a ping scan, we have to do nmap hyphen SP and then the IP address. Suppose I will give this one 192.168.141. So 192.168.141. Okay, just a moment. I'm so sorry. I have to give my CIDI value as well. Okay, for some reason it is not running. That's not a problem. Okay, so how do we do the port scans? You see, we also have something. If you want to know like what are the scan that are what are the flags that are available in order to scan the ports, we can see like see we have all this. We have host discoveries like SN ping scan, PN, HPN. Okay, so suppose I want to do a ping scan, then I have to do nmap hyphen PN. Okay, so it is just a moment. I guess it's capital P and small m. So it's capital P and small m and 192.168.1.41 dot 41. Okay. Now see, once I do my ping scan, I'm gonna see like which are the services that is running on the system. Okay. So right now, suppose I want to scan something else. Suppose I want to scan on my network like which are the operating systems that are available, which are the versions that are using. So I can also do something like this: pn and slow for operating system and my IP. Okay, hold on. It's not 104. It's 1.41. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic. So we can see, right? Once we have used the flag that is my nmap hash p and hash o, I can see like which is the my OS version is running. As we can see over here, I have the OS that is Microsoft Windows 7. Windows 7 is running on my system. So in this way, we can know like which of the scans or which of the systems or which of the operating system that is running on the system, right? Okay, now let me just get back. Stop the sharing screen. Okay. Now, so as we have seen, like there are different kind of tools by using that tools we can scan the various networks. Now let's just talk about we have talked about the nmap tool. We also have Nikto, we also have Nessus, all this, all this, there are those are the industrial based tools that are basically used for scanning any kinds of network we want to scan. Okay, so if I just talk about the nicto, let me just share my screen once again. Hold on. Yeah, let me. Okay, so if I just search for okay, see, if I just search for nicto. Okay, let me open this. Hold on. Okay, so see, this is my nicto. Nicto is also used for nicto is also used for scanning the system. Now, let me just give me a moment. So, in order to scan anything in the nicto, what we're gonna do is we're gonna first we have to go to the super user. Okay, and then we'll have to do nicto and then just copy and paste the URL. That's it. Suppose I want to scan, I don't want to scan my networks. I want to scan like what are the like the vulnerabilities present in the website. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is suppose www.exploit.com. Okay, I want to scan this, so I will just copy and paste this over here. Hold on a moment. Okay, so NIK. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll have to use the hyphen h. Hyphen h is for the host, I guess. Let me check. And the URL. Yeah. Okay, so suppose I have a website that is www.exploitdb.com. Okay, now I want to check. I want to check the services that are running on this on this website, and what are the things that are running on this site. Okay, so Nicto provides us the flexibility. Nicto provides us the privileges to scan some of the essential information that is required in terms of information gathering, in terms of network scanning. So see, what is the command for this? Basically the command is nothing. It's just you'll have to type nikto nicto space hyphen h space and the URL of the website. So over here I have used my exploit DB, which is basically a website where we are able to see all of the Google database, Google hacking database and all. Okay, so see how much detail we are getting. We have also got the IP address of the site, my host name, my target port, my SSL information. What is SSL? SSL is a secure single secured layer. Okay, so we have subject, we have ciphers, we have all this information. Still the scanning is on the process. Okay, just wait while the scanning is completed. Okay, hold on just a moment. Okay, so basically the Nicto tool is used for running comprehensive test. Okay, this is used to run the comprehensive test against the web server and for checking the multiple vulnerabilities at the same time. So this covered over 67,000 potential dangerous files and programs at the outdated versions of more than 1250 servers and all those things. Okay. So again, Nicto is a open source. Nicto is an open source web server and a web application scanner. Nicto can perform comprehensive test against web servers for multiple security threats, including over 6700 potential dangerous files and programs. So basically, Nikto, using the Nikto, there are something that we can do. We can also find SQL injection. We can also do identifying install software. We can get subdomains. We can improve support for the SSLs, websites, and all those things we can do using the Nikto. This one, okay. Now let's get back. Let the scan gets completed. Let's get back to our nmap, which I have showed over here. Now suppose if I want to find the, okay, suppose I want to find the which are the, vulnerabilities that are available on the network. So in order to check for the vulnerability using the nmap scan, what we can do is we can run a script, and the name of the script is, nmap space hyphen hyphen script is equals to vuln. Okay, and then I will give my IP. What was my IP? My IP was, just a moment. I think I'll have to do one more scan. Okay, no problem. Let me just do one more scan. That is, SU, and then suppose I want to do net discover again at the same time. Okay, yeah. So this is my IP for one. So let me just do it right here right now. Mm, yeah. So 1.41, so it's 1.41. Okay. So see, this command basically help us to scan the exactly the, directly which are the vulnerabilities that are available on my network. Okay, on my, obviously my system network and my website network. Okay, so just hold on for a moment and we'll just check what are the vulnerabilities that we are getting it over here. Okay, just hold on for a moment. Let the scan gets completed. In the meanwhile, we can see over here. Mm, okay, it is still getting scanned. Okay, so this is how we can use Nikto also. Nikto. Okay, hyphen s, that is my host, and my URL of the website. Okay, so suppose if I use www.research.com. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this URL, and then I'm going to paste this URL over here, www.icvs.com, and then I'm gonna do the same which I have did it before. Okay, so let me just check what are the things that we are getting it over here. See, we have multiple IPs we have found in the network, right? In the ISWitch, see, we have uh, 1, 2, 3, that is my IPv6, and this is also my IPv6. We have target IP that is 152. So basically 104.21.43.152 is my IPv4 address. Okay, the host name is icsvs.com and the target port is 443. So using these specifications, using these things, we can easily find what are the loopholes and what are the things that are available in the network. Now see, here in the nmap, I have already done a scan. I already run a script. That is my, to check exactly like which vulnerability is there on the system. Okay, so I have this one. I have see, in the host script result is showing me as SMV vulnerable, that is MS17010 vulnerable, that is remote execution vulnerability in Microsoft SMV1 servers, that is MS17010 is there. Now, what is my risk factor? My risk factor is very 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 high. Okay, so we can check like which are the things that are available over here. Okay, so this is how a network is scanning. This is how a network is scanning basically is done. Okay, now just give me a moment. I'll just show you something. Okay, so like there are some of the tools apart from the Nmap, apart from the Nikto, we also have Wireshark. Okay, now see over here, if I just click on this, if I just click on this, this is basically just I did like few minutes ago, just few minutes ago I just launched this Wireshark, and I actually wanted to check like which are the packets that are basically traveling from my interface, from my network card interface. So Wireshark is also one of the very popular tool that is basically used in order to scan any kinds of networks. Okay, so in order to launch the Wireshark, it's by default it is present in my Kali Linux system. So for this, I'll have to go over here, just search for Wireshark, and it will get automatically pop up. Okay, so over here you'll have to just select like which of the interfaces you want to select over here. Suppose for me I'm selecting ETS 0. Okay, and I'm going to do my start capturing packets. So as soon as I will click on start capturing packets, see, these are the packets that are getting scanned. Okay, now just wait. Now we'll have to just wait for it to get completed. Okay, so see over here I can apply a filter, like which are the filters that are available over here. If I just click on this arrow. Okay, nothing happens. So on the destination we have, you can see like the source is VMware, destination is broadcasting, and the protocol that is being used, that is the ARP, that is my address resolution protocol. This is my length and this is my information, like the who has telling me that. Okay, so these are something that we can do by using by we will, okay, this is something which we can do by using this one my this one, sorry, I'm so sorry, this is called by the Wireshark tool. Okay, now I will just stop it over here. Now as soon as I will stop this, I can see that there are a number of packets that are available over here. Okay, suppose I want to check this. Suppose just normally if I just double clicking on this, okay, so we can see over here that how many information is available. We have frame. Okay, see, we can see this all this information, the frame and the Ethernet 2. See, we have source, that is VMware. Okay, the destination was broadcasting because it I didn't targeted any specific network. I just broadcasted my ARP network, and that is the reason it is showing us that. Okay, then we have ARP this one, then we have address resolution protocol, that is my request. So this is how we can scan like couple of this one the networks available on my systems. Okay, so let me just stop presenting my screen. Okay, so these are some of the ways from which we can scan the networks. Okay, so first, again, I'm just trying to summarize this. First, we have Nmap. Second, we have Nikto. Third, we have Wireshark. And the fourth, we can also use Nessus. I haven't shown you Nessus because Nessus, it's actually a very big tool, and it is basically used for scanning a whole bunch of very large networks. So so for this moment, we all know that Nmap is one of the basically essential tool for scanning networks, and we have Nikto and we have Nessus, and also we have Wireshark at the same time. So, as an ethical hacker, as an cybersecurity enthusiast, it is very much important to know how these networks are basically working, and what are the data packets that are basically traveling, and how can we capture how can we capture those data packets, and we can just use this as a information. Okay, so this is all we can do, and yeah, I'm just going to conclude on this. So this is how we can scan the network. So all right guys, thank you so much for having me. On the next webinar I'm gonna see you with my another topic. Thank you so much.